you're just like, oh, it's fucking beer,
Alive.
and then the back end is like, oh, wow, that's red velvet cake.
You definitely taste the red velvet.
Shit. Do you have a signal from moi? Check with the signal.
10%. Jesus.
That's something I would have drank when I was down at fucking karaoke. It's that kind of beer. It's really tasty. V, do you want to try it or no?
She's not gonna like that.
No.
Here
you go, Mr. Linder.
Thank you.
No, thank you for letting me try it. I was actually interested in it.
Huh?
He said it was Linderlure.
Okay,
Linder,
check. 1, 2,
yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Anything dark and tastes remotely like candy or
Check,
There
a
we go.
cake,
We got
I'm
it.
into.
Yeah.
Golden.
I got this nice shelf.
Every single person that hosts a podcast that has to be in charge of recording struggles with getting their levels perfect because it's a fuck.
I do everything in post.
See, that's dangerous for me because you get things like, I won't name a specific podcast, but where a certain person isn't even on the mic and they're so quiet, and I'm like, man, if you would have just had like person B's mic just up a pinch more, we could have fixed that. Not you. It's not your show, don't you worry.
Oh, I know.
But
I think I know what show it is.
it's fine. It's fine. Everybody, I mean,
To be fair, I have nothing. All I do is show up and there's games for the podcast I'm in.
That's
I
awesome.
don't do it.
That's wicked.
Sounds like a great idea for a podcast.
That show's been kicking ass, by the way. And
Has it?
Yeah, it's really wild to see that, like, we had the feature and whatever, numbers went up, which is good to see because that's like the businessy side of the thing.
Right.
But it's good to see that every episode that came out on feature week was immediately in our top 10 within days of releasing, which means people were genuinely
That's awesome.
tractioning to our things. You know, I think Dungeons with Dudes episode 2 Super Fight got like 54 downloads in the first week.
Oh shit!
So
we were that
it's-
popular. Sweet.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And then you got to think, like, your show also, and this is something we haven't quantified at all if you're looking at quote-unquote numbers, the Facebook videos now, those play counts. I mean, one of the Dungeons with Dudes has, like, 170 some odd plays. That's crazy. Just the audio. People are sitting there listening to it. That's awesome.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, me too.
I love how just like I'm like, Nick, can I be your co-host? Just like jokingly, he's like, yeah.
Duh.
Shit, that worked.
I said to Nick, I was like, he needs to be your co-host. And he's like, yeah, obviously.
Oh,
Alright, I got my shares in.
I gotta share stuff. Sorry.
Do your thing, man.
Oh, he's waiting on...
Oh, no, I'm not waiting on anything. You can
He's waiting on
Do what you
Pod.
want,
He's
I don't
waiting
care.
on Pod Daddy to send out some invites. Get those mega numbers.
I just want us to have a good time.
I do too. Can I just talk about how happy I am that I was in the right frame of mind yesterday to come up with the idea for Hamburger Helper?
That was pretty great.
I love that.
It just lightning hit me and I had to do it and I couldn't not do it.
He's been having fun making memes.
Yeah, it's great. Sometimes I get
I love a good meme.
Yeah, same.
That's what they're called. They're called memes. I don't know if you knew that.
Memes. That one I can't share.
I didn't know that at all.
A lot of people don't.
No, I'm not very tech savvy.
Sometimes I do drive-by meetings. I don't. That's not true. I can't drive and edit. That doesn't work. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to...
I don't know.
I gotta find Podcastrophe. Where are you at?
I'm on Podcastrophe.
Oh. Excellent. That's an excellent answer.
Yep.
How did I do that? I went to... You bastard. Okay, there we go.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How are you? Beautiful.
I got it.
Oh, let's
I
just
see
do
you wanted to
this.
continue this.
Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Branda.
That's okay. I'll accept it.
This feels right. This feels
It does.
right.
It does. So we went and saw Dragon Ball Super again Thursday, or Broly again Thursday.
Ooh.
This time it was me, Tyler, and Cameron.
Ooh.
And at the end, you just reminded me of this. Because at some point, Cameron took my hand and just crunched it. And having a wedding ring really sucks for that. Because it just bone.
Oh. Crunched.
I was like, that was excruciating.
Don't do that again.
That's the worst.
And that's my story.
That's all you have for the day? That was it?
That's a good
And
podcast.
podcastrophy, the
30%.
end. Fuck you guys. Like,
Finn.
fan, I love that.
Alright. So far, Twitch has 0 viewers so far, so that's awesome.
Twitch is cool.
Chill up and there's games.
I like
Fuck.
Twitch.
Oh, we got
we're on the-
Alex.
We're on the computer.
Alex Dale Taylor. David Linder!
That's me. What's up?
Hey, Alex, you back off. That's what I do to him.
Oh, Jesus.
There's plenty of me to go around. Everyone.
There is.
Yeah.
Fact.
I am fat. Too fat to be punk, perhaps.
What? That's not even a thing, bro.
That
might be the
Did
dumbest.
you see the shirt?
Oh, shit. He's got the shirt.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Represent.
Now I feel bad. Now
As
I'm
you
the asshole.
should.
Now I'm the asshole. Oh, man.
Go sit in your tower.
I will sit in my tower.
Are you shutting that off?
Yes, I'm shutting that off. Technology, man.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna shut off the thing from here. That's great. I can turn on my lights from here. That's about as much as I can do. And check my security cams, you know?
I can do none of those things unless I make
You
a
have
phone
security
call.
cameras?
Yeah.
What cams did you go with?
Swan Link.
Swan Lake.
Swan Link, not
Swan
Lake.
Lake.
Swan Lake. Swan Lake.
Right on. That, I haven't heard of that, but that's cool.
I actually didn't choose this. It was a Christmas gift from my dad a couple years ago. He's like, you need fucking security. Boom.
Yeah.
And now we have security. And like
It's
2 weeks
nice.
after I put
It's
the
nice to
security
Wait, our
systems
doorbell
up,
has the
You ready?
video, and that's nice. I want.
we got robbed 2 weeks after I
Because we
put
had
this up.
somebody
But it was from
on
our
New Year's
garage.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
And it was from the contractors who had
Looks like
already
they jumped
been
our
and
fence
scoped
and
the
broke
place, so
it,
he knew
and
where
our
my
neighbor
cameras
was
were.
like,
Came in
Oh,
through the
okay.
back,
Like,
Fuck.
oh.
fucked us
So,
up.
yeah, we
Yeah, he
need
needs
cameras
some
back
And
there.
only stole the shit that he and I had talked about, so I know for a fact it's this one
It was
motherfucker.
that dude, yeah.
And he's like, I didn't steal it. I'm like, no, you motherfucker. Like,
No, you.
There were 4 items I was talking to you about specifically that you were asking about when you were in my garage. When those are the only 4 items specifically that are gone, that goes beyond coincidence.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Dumbass.
You know what time it is.
Are we ready to record?
Murder time.
Whenever you're ready to
Let's do
record, bro.
this.
I'm down.
Journey into Comics. We're entertained with more
He has the old one
Movies,
on.
watching movies, adult behavior.
He hasn't switched it yet.
voices from
Kids for sale. Gallif Radio.
Brews with Dudes. Journey into Wrestling. Journey into Comics Network. JourneyIntoComics.com.
That shit gets me hyped.
Following Journey into Comics. Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
It bugs
Still gotta
me.
record
This
this.
bugs
Journey
me.
into Comics Network.
You know that
Network.
it's at the very end of the one, and then it goes into the next, and it just sounds like it's the same thing.
It's supposed to.
And I'm just like, I don't like that.
Holy dude.
So when I do the live stream, I don't play the first one, but it's there for the
Fair
finished
enough. Fair
product.
enough. At least you do that much. Your 30% is at least there.
Eventually, I'm gonna put forward the full 30% and make my own.
Oh. I just need every... What?
Just gotta record mine.
You have to, yes. We could do that today. You're here. I can just tell them what to record.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is not an episode. It's just extra.
Woo!
Yay.
Yay!
We so extra.
I'm joined by none other than my wife.
Yay.
No.
What up, Phantom? Phantom Tyner, Mrs. Phantom.
Yes.
The Phantom Miss.
And I got Dave Linder.
Hey.
I lured him here with my
Yeah.
Linder lures.
It's working. Day drinking Dave is in full effect.
Dave drinking? That's a thing.
Dave drinking Dave.
And you know, for the first time ever, I'm just going to announce you guys as Walk Among Us rather than
Oh my god.
Oh, that feels cool.
you know, my networking
Wow.
buddies, my
Aw.
podcast network buddies, and the pod daddy himself.
Oh, thanks, Dick.
We got Walk Among Us in the house.
In the house?
Thank you.
We got they're on the coucherage. The coucherage. No, that doesn't
No.
work.
No.
We got the charitage.
Squaritage.
We got the squaritage.
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, that's why I was trying to do I put E equals MC squaritage.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Stupid.
I was
So
wondering why you
stupid.
were
I get
asking
it.
about that.
I'm like, what is he asking me E equals MC squared for? I'm so confused.
It's like this just got dumb.
Dick,
it's like-
how long has it been since these two have been on Podcast Free?
Episode 4,
Wow.
The Fruits of War.
Yes, that was a long.
Oh yeah.
That was the night after we debuted How the Gods Kill.
Oh, that song.
I did not remember.
Yeah, it was in Highland. You came up for that.
Yep.
That was wicked.
Yep. I sat through a 3-hour Voice of Survival with Brando.
Ooh, you slept through some of that, though.
I did.
You also slept through Attack of the Yawns that
Yep,
night.
I did.
Because Brando and I were like, fuck it, we're recording a JIC right now. No idea why we thought that was a smart play. Sometimes I think it makes us better. I don't know.
It was like, what, 1 or 2 in the morning?
Yeah.
And we're like, let's do this.
We're having-
Take you in. I'm like, I'm in.
We're having a legit conversation, and all of a sudden I hear,
I believe it. Just all the time.
Well, sorry, I'm
There
out.
was a few times where
yeah, me bonking.
I, I woke myself up with a snore.
That's great.
I was like,
I do that a lot.
good times.
Professional.
Alan Leroy Jenkins, Tyler with hashtag obligatory butt stuff in the chat. Alex says, "Hi Miranda, I kissed you."
Hi.
Then she meant I miss you.
Well.
And then
Both.
she also says, "When do I get my fucking hoodie, Dave?"
You're the wrong. I'm the wrong chip. You talk to the other chips. Soon.
He's the least qualified chip.
The
Alan
very
says,
least qualified.
You get a lot of love, Dave.
True.
Everybody's just in the comments talking about you.
Oh, god damn it.
Commentators talk about Walk Among Us too, and my lovely phantom wife.
Damn right. Not just about me. I suck.
Nah, you're doing pretty well, and your show is doing pretty well. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be on a show.
I was happy that I got to be a part of the first one.
I was so excited all of you guys were in that. It was amazing.
And I love
was
that you
fun.
called it decapitation. That was so fucking cool.
I'm pretty good at bad puns.
Can we talk about Dungeons and Dudes?
Can we?
Like,
Let's.
what spawned this? I mean, okay. So for the longest time that I've known Nick, at like when I moved into the Doom Room originally, I never knew just how big into like tabletop games he was, and like every Monday night would be like game night,
Really?
and like Brett Maxwell would come over, Zach Davidson, Jess, and whoever else.
The
They-
Bruise Crew.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Bruce Crew, yeah.
They would all just come over and play like Settlers of Catan or
Fuck yeah.
several other games. I don't know.
Have y'all ever played Carcassonne?
I have.
That game is the shit.
It's great. It's
I
a
don't
lot
think
of fun.
Dick would really get down with it because it's slow building.
I'm
You have
not
to.
big on games in general,
Okay.
like board games. I love Monopoly.
Okay, that's
I
strange.
hate
I
Monopoly.
love Parcheesi.
That's
Obscure.
Very
okay.
cheesy.
Very
No,
obscure.
growing up on my grandparents' compact like Windows 95 computer that lasted until like my junior year of high school.
Damn.
The thing lasted for fucking ever. I couldn't even tell you the specs on it. But they had Hoyle board games.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I would play Snakes and Ladders.
Ooh.
I would play Parcheesi and Battleship and Dominoes and all that shit. Like, it was great. It was good times. But Parcheesi, I really like Parcheesi.
Everyone knows that. Well, I don't think everyone knows, but these two know that I shouldn't play games. I'm not a very
No.
good. With
I'm
them.
really only good at Cards Against Humanity, and I'm only
I
as
love
good as
playing that game.
I'm only as good as the people have sense of humors.
I'm kind of the same. I've
We
been
always
I've been
have
playing
fun when
a
we
bunch
play
of
that.
games
Oh,
since
yeah.
I was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
child. Like I've always played games. I played my first D&D game with my father when I was 12. So
Yeah.
that
That's cool.
He did get to learn a few poker games at my parents.
Yeah,
'cause my
I-
family
I-
plays a lot of card games.
I learned some poker games the other day,
Texas
and
Hold'em.
some of it was okay, and the rest of it I was like, I just couldn't latch on.
We
the
threw
concepts
so
of it.
much into him. Like we were doing Texas Hold'em, the
Every
five
time-
card, or you know,
Every new person
Seven card
that was it was their turn to
I love
deal.
poker.
They're like, all right, we're playing this now. I'm
Okay.
like, okay.
I love card games. That's
I
my
love
favorite.
I love games. I love playing games. It's
I wish
just
he'd play
sometimes I
more.
get too competitive. Or sometimes I get a little butthurt if
I
like
start watching.
people like make fun of the fact that I'm losing because
Voyeur.
they tease me. I don't like being teased.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just want to be left alone.
She's already mad about
I'm
it.
already
Yeah,
like
you're already
slowly
getting-
thinking about
I'm getting
playing a
upset
fucking
for
game.
We're not even playing a game
I
yet.
know, it's
Yeah.
just my family has
We have
always played
Andrew
lots
Core
of
in the
games,
chat.
and it's
Oh, what
always
up,
gotten
AP?
intense, you know?
Hello.
Who are
Too
you
intense.
people?
I'm too nice of a person to play games with people. I wouldn't do that to anybody. Other than decapitation, because then I got to like. That's what I liked about the role playing stuff is that I got to pretend to be somebody else. So if
That's
I
the best
fucked
part.
something up, it was Heather's decision and not mine.
That's right, exactly.
I can get on board with these kind of games.
I had a hard time with decapitation because I made a character for myself, and then I pigeonholed myself into that character, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're
like
stuck there.
real early on, like I had a plot for myself, and I couldn't break away from it.
Well,
It was great.
it
You're
was
like one of my
hard.
favorite characters.
It
on
got
there,
really
right?
difficult
It
to
was
play
funny.
that character because I didn't know what to do or how to. Like there were sometimes like I immediately started with a Wisconsin accent. Ask me why, I do not know.
Pickles, that's why.
No, I've just always had
He's
a
just
fascination
obsessed with it.
with the Wisconsin accent.
It's hysterical.
But no, I just went for it, and then there were times where I didn't know how to say things with the Wisconsin accent, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to talk about it.
I love how everyone just like got into their characters super quick.
Yeah,
That's what I love about
yeah.
it. That's why I want to start with Dread because it's really easy, like role playing. There's not like heavy rules or dice to worry about. You're just being a character.
You just need
cool.
to get a good Jenga tower, bro.
Yeah,
Not
I have
that-
that in my car still.
Not
Might
that,
be.
not that
That was
jank ass
janky.
jumbling tower.
Jumbling towers.
It's weird for me because on the games thing, like I deal cards and shit, so I see it from the other side. I want to teach you Pai Gow poker, and then that'll blow her family's minds, and then you'll look like the badass because that game's hard as shit.
I like looking like a badass.
Yeah, yeah.
he doesn't do it very often.
I don't
so.
do it very often.
Dude, Pai Gow's crazy because the dealer has a hand, and then all the players have a hand, but the player is only going up against the dealer. Players aren't going up against each other. You have a high hand, which is only 2 cards, a low hand, which is 5 cards, and then it's essentially poker hand. So if you have a pair up top, most likely going to win. But if down low you have shit and the dealer beats you, you push. You got it, but you have to play the cards in a certain way because you have to put your strongest cards in the low hand and then a weaker deck up high. So it gets really interesting and stuff. It's a one of my favorite games to deal with, also one of my favorite games to play, and as far as poker is concerned.
Good luck getting him to try that.
Yeah, good luck. As much as I would love to feel like a badass, good luck.
That's a lot of effort. It's a
It's more than
complicated
30%. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll need
he
like
doesn't like to do that.
94%.
game. Effort
AJ
required.
says people who tease others for losing in games are trash.
Word.
I like that.
That guy gets it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
AP says, who are you people?
He knows who we are. It's the Foodies crew, AP, who's also in a band, AP. None of my shows have band members. A whole fucking band is on one of his shows. An entire fucking band. He said none.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
he saw the flyer in our group chat and
For the thing, yeah.
and he's like, which we haven't talked about. We talked about it a little bit on Podcastrophe, I think.
I think you guys
Super
hyped
funny,
it a
I didn't know that.
little
It's
bit.
podcast, your fan.
But I don't, because I don't, we haven't like discussed details, but we have something really cool in the works.
Yeah. It's like every band in this on this flyer has a host on the network except for mine.
Start a band.
I hope you're still here, AP.
I would love to have AP do like hardcore lyrics. Just, it would be incredible. Him in like suit and tie, just like getting
Rapping.
angry. Oh my god, like Durs from
Oh my
Oh my god,
Workaholics.
he would totally be the Durs.
Oh. Oh.
Do you watch Workaholics? Yeah.
I love
I
workaholics.
don't like workaholics.
Real men
Never
eat their
liked it.
dessert first.
I like Workaholics for like the first couple of seasons. It was really, really funny. But then it got like as they were getting older and we were getting older, the show got older and it wasn't very funny.
Wasn't as funny.
They took a serious turn and made it sad.
Yeah, there was like
Really?
a string, a couple of episodes that we were just like, okay, I think I'm done with it for a while. I'll just watch season 2 again.
Yeah.
I've been watching
many
so
seasons
much
are there now?
Letterkenny. It's been ridiculous.
I know I haven't seen
There's
the
6, 7.
newest, whatever the newest one is. Whenever it came out.
What did you say?
What is Letterkenny?
Letterkenny's amazing. It's a Canadian show about a town
Already sold.
of Letterkenny, Ontario, and it's just filled with like Canadian and like hockey jargon. It's amazing. The first episode I had to Google half the shit they were talking about, but it was amazing.
Bunch of-
So good.
Ugh,
Shit, we got
funny.
Corey
It's
Parks.
so great. It's on Hulu. Check it out.
cool.
Got Corey Parks, formerly of Narrow House.
Boo.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
yay,
yeah.
Narrow House.
Where's that Narrow House tat, bro?
Right here. They can't.
They
camera
can't.
see
They
it.
can kind of see it. If you stood up, you could
Oh,
show 'em, but
that's
that'd
right
be more
here.
than 30%.
That's that stupid tattoo I got. You know the story behind that tattoo?
I think I do, but tell
I
it.
don't.
So in terms of the story of me getting the tattoo,
No, I don't
I
think I know that
posted.
story.
I was at work one day and I was just bored out of my mind, just stupid shit running through my head. And one of the stupid shits running through my head was, I'm gonna post a status So I posted the status that said, if any of you like this status, I'm getting a Narrow House tattoo. And I tagged all the members. None of them liked it, I think, except for Gooch. And Gooch wasn't even in.
He's not even a member.
He's not even a member, but he was like their roadie, like their unofficial roadie.
It's not Gooch, it's Jeffrey now.
No, like okay, none of them liked it, but they all commented on it. Like, that's fucking stupid. Don't fucking do that.
Don't do that.
So I did it.
Right.
And it turns out the my tattoo artist at the time, Eddie Mendez from Sacred Apple, he was doing the tattoo, and he's like, man, I can't believe I'm doing a Narrow House tattoo. He kind of talked like Tommy Chong a little bit.
Awesome.
And I was like, yeah, dude, it's so sick. And he's like, man, I remember drawing this up. I'm like, what? You're the original artist for this logo? That's awesome.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
That's pretty cool.
That must have made him feel really good that he was tattooing that on you then.
Yeah. I had no idea. I knew he was friends with them, but...
That's cool.
Man, that's like full circle and shit.
Corey comments, we still don't like it.
I love you, Corey.
So right below it, I got on their MySpace page, they had in brackets.
Wow, MySpace.
Yeah.
Shit.
Their MySpace page had in brackets NHDL, Narrow House Death Legion, for the fans. I don't know if it ever went anywhere. But, so I got right below it and kind of like a Slayer font.
Oh, NHDL.
I made it look kind of like it was like carved in my skin or burned in there.
Well, you didn't. Your tattoo artist did, but I get where you're coming from.
That was
you just
my
told them
idea
to do
behind
that.
it. And I hate it now. I think that's like the dumbest part of the tattoo.
Really?
It looks stupid.
Are you gonna cover it up, Benny?
Yeah, I actually talked with Erica about covering it up, but she had a really cool idea because she wanted to like take kind of like the idea of you look at a board like a particle board where you put posters and stuff like flyers, and some of them overlap, and like start doing that with like band logos, but make them flyers and like flyer them all over like
That's
overlapping.
cool.
That's kind of cool.
That's an interesting way to cover some shit up, too.
Yeah.
You should put a YC
That would
tattoo
kind
on
of
there.
fill in the rest of my elbow, which I really don't get, but...
Pain,
That
man,
hurt?
right? Yep.
I have a tattoo on my arm that did not hurt at all.
Yeah.
Like, I was shocked. Like, this one that I have here, it was, like, right on the bone, too, and I thought it was going to hurt, but it did. I barely felt it. And then, like, all the other ones were horrible.
None of mine have hurt.
Mine.
I only have
Especially
3,
on the
but-
bone.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one hurt the most. It was either my rest repose one right here, or I basically just got this on my shirt. And then I also have my Dat Boy tattoo. The Dat Boy tattoo, it was painfully ticklish.
That's kind of got you far, though. Look at your shirt. Think about that tattoo. Look at your shirt. Think about that tattoo. Right, Jared Dines, right? It's his band?
It does, yes.
Yeah. You were on his show.
I was.
Because of Dat Boy.
Because of Dat Boy and Hail Santa.
I do like the Hail Santa.
Which I got those both on the same day.
It's pretty fun.
I was on my way back from Comic-Con.
Awesome.
It's a sad Santa. That's what my
What's-
son says.
It's
My
sad.
Santa's
Sad
sad.
Aw.
Where does the decision to do the Hail Santa
Hail
come from? I'm
Santa.
just curious.
Okay, so there's this shop on Tumblr. It was on Tumblr. She would post all her art and stuff, and it was like all these like stuffed animals and shit. And one of the things was the Hail Santa, this exact Hail Santa. She made like a Christmas sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater with that on it, and I just loved it so much. And then I was thinking one day, on my way back from Comic-Con, I see a flyer on Facebook, New Breed doing half off tattoos that day. So I immediately messaged Erica. I'm like, hey, I'm coming in. Okay.
And you got Dat Boy and Hail Santa.
Yeah, and the Hail Santa, it was just like, I was like, this is so stupid, but like, I know it's gonna be like a hit. and it's
Has
just,
it been?
It has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Occasionally, it gets pointed out at stores, like like GameStop was the last time. They're like, dude, does your tattoo say Hail Santa? I'm like, yeah. That's so awesome.
That's so awesome.
Corey says, "Heart you, David Linder."
Oh,
Tagged you in
shucks.
it. He even tagged you in it.
Oh. Oh. Let's feel all this love.
Can't see, but
All the
it's
love.
blushing.
Lender love. Lender love. Right?
Stop.
So,
I was gonna ask, what beer are you drinking?
I am drinking a beer called Maze Haze. I think it's my last one. It's a triple dry hop double IPA. It's almost like your standard 450 IPA. Like it tastes like all their double dry hop or triple dry hop double IPAs. It just tastes like your standard 450 North IPA. And we got this when we went to the beer maze, the corn beer
It
maze.
sounded like a good time, but I did not.
It was a fun time. You know,
It was just hot.
it was back in October.
October, yeah.
Yeah. Was it the beginning of October?
It's like October 16th or something.
Was it before or after we got married?
It
No.
was before.
It was before. It was the weekend before the night. It would have been like the.
Oh
night
yeah,
or
because you took
something.
that week. You called in for work that day, but you wouldn't call in for the wedding. It was the weekend before.
Bingo.
I like how you threw that in there.
I was at the
That's
wedding.
what it was. It was the weekend before.
All of you guys were.
Yes.
You were there.
I was the most there.
Yeah.
She was the most there too.
Also the most there.
I filmed the damn
Yeah, so
thing.
she
Also
filmed
most
it.
She fucking live streamed the shit.
I
I
just-
think out of
most
all,
there
I was
people.
the most there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
You really were.
Yeah.
She put the whole fucking thing together.
It was a gangster wedding.
It was nice.
I mean, that's typical move for her. She does everything. I can't give her enough credit,
Aw. That's nice.
and that's how I make up for doing nothing.
Maybe you should do the laundry, Dick.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do the laundry.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What about them dishes, Dick?
Yeah, do those.
I do those.
Okay.
I do
You,
those.
you get a
does.
dishwasher you're getting ready to put in or put in?
Put
It needs to
in.
be put in.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We were waiting. This
my
is
dad.
partially the reason we haven't put it in yet is one, we're waiting on her dad to have time to do it, and we're also waiting on a new water softener. We have the new water softener now, so we can do it.
It's time.
It's
Lafayette has hard water,
It's
and I did not want to run a brand new dishwasher with that.
well, I mean, they said it would take like 3 years to ruin it, but
Still.
Did you
Yeah.
know that I worked at a water conditioning facility and
Did you
sold
know?
water softeners in my 20s?
that is super interesting.
It is not interesting in the slightest. I
Wow.
was bringing it up because that's how
I
I
thought it
relate
was-
to what you're
Guess
talking
You
about.
brought it up, so now that is the topic of discussion.
Okay. Well, when I was in my early 20s, I got a job working at, the water conditioning place. I'm not going to say which one because it was not a good experience. I worked there for several years selling bullshit that I didn't care about because it was water
fair.
softeners and filters and
does anybody
drinking
All
water.
the
Really
exciting
care about
stuff.
It was
I don't
like,
know. The guy that sold us ours, he was really into
Yeah.
it.
He was
well,
like
they're
about
into
it,
it because
and
that's
he
the only way
made
you
you
make
like
money. They only get they get commission,
Yeah.
from that, so they really push to sell that shit. And it was I hated being in sales.
No,
It's not for
this
me.
guy loved it. He brought like a briefcase full of like science stuff, and I spent an hour watching him do all these science experiments like on the water, and he's like, and I'm just like,
He got you into it, like in terms of like the customer. He was about it. He sold it,
he was
and
really
he was
good.
Good for
into
that
it.
guy.
And
I did not have fun testing water and listening to people bitch about, like, oh, do I need the carbon filter or do I just need the, the particulate? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go home.
Take both.
Yes, you need
like,
everything.
All of it.
All of it.
Don't have well water, lady. Get out. Anyway, yeah, that's my story.
Awesome. That was a really cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I quit, that was a good story.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that was a good story. I was performing in the very last opera that I performed in, down in Indianapolis, and it was like the last night I had one more show, and they wanted me to come home and work, and it was a snowstorm because it was in February, and it was in Indianapolis, like 2.5 hours away from where I worked, and I was like, this is more important. It's the last night of my performance, and I quit. And she's
Nice.
just like, well, if you don't come in, then you're probably gonna get fired. I was like, that's okay, I quit.
Yeah, I
And
quit.
then I hung up.
Like, did you
Yeah.
not hear?
No, that's okay.
You
I'm
can't quit because
okay
you're
with that.
fired. You can't fire me
That
because
won't
I
be
quit.
no, it's like my Kyle Gass moment. That won't be necessary because I quit.
I quit.
So yeah, I quit, and then I decided and the weird thing was the very next day I got a phone call from a job that I had applied for 6 months before and never heard back from, and they
Damn.
wanted to hire me, and I decided not to do that one either because I found out that I was expecting my son. And then I started getting sick, so I didn't work and I stayed home.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's how it all worked out.
Does anybody else have like interesting like I quit or getting fired moments?
I just told a bunch of people to fuck off when I got let go of Nanshan.
Let's hear this story, Dave.
It's not a very good story. I was working thirds.
Let's hear some details. Who
I was
did
working-
you tell to fuck off?
My supervisor, a random supervisor, the whole building.
Why did you tell them to fuck off?
Because they were like, you have to leave. I'm like, why? All right. I was like, fuck you all. I'm out then.
That's solid. That's really solid.
That's all I got.
Nate, what do you got?
I'm gonna totally do like everybody else does in the world, and I'm gonna steal Veronica's story because it's pretty much the same story, just different. So I was 14 when I got my first job at McDonald's. Okay, and I was working there and worked there for 2 years. In the middle of that time, I started a band, my first band, and I really loved it. We were trash. It was awful. In the beginning, we were awful. Like in the later years, I was like, okay, yeah, Draxus, right? Good memory. So that was like we were in the basement. We had no PA. We were just playing our instruments through our amps and screaming over the top of this music. And we had, for whatever reason, decided to invite these girls from 3 hours away who knew my aunt. I had convinced my aunt, like, drive them up. We're gonna hang out. We'll play a concert for them. It'll be great. We only know 2 songs: "For Whom the Bell Tolls" and "Enter Sandman."
I hear that 10 times.
Yes. So I had called off. I had asked off for work 2 months in advance, and they were like, "Okay, cool, no, whatever, no big problem." Get the week of, and I'm on the schedule. I'm like, what do I do? What do we do? It's my first job. I really like this job. I don't want to lose this job. I like it, whatever. So I decided. I was like, fuck it. So I called in that day. I was like, hey, I don't think I'm coming in. I don't feel very well. And they're like, well, you're probably going to get written up. And I was like, well, then I'm probably going to quit right now. Fuck you. I'm done. Click. And then we did the show, and the girls never talked to us again, and it was a win. Now I'm here. So, yeah. The show was terrible. It was awful. In hindsight, we were just screaming at them. It must have been mortified.
These guys are just yelling at us.
Ah!
Why did you just bring us here? Why did you do this?
We drove 3 hours to have guys screaming at us.
And I mean, it wasn't just like we were just screaming at them. We had like
your family's fucking weird.
we had strobe lights in the basement on. Brandon can attest to this.
Shit.
So it was like a show. Like we were trying to put on a fucking experience.
For
You know,
like
but
3
like,
girls.
yeah, it was awful. It was,
You had to call off work at 2
Yeah, 3 girls.
well, because it was Valentine's Day, and I knew people were gonna ask off. So
Similar story. So my first band, Catacresis.
ooh,
So we would have practice at Cody Clem's house in his basement.
I know Cody Clem.
He was the drummer, and he was dating this girl Abby at the time. And for her birthday, he threw a birthday party at his parents' place.
sweet.
And he asked me, this is also the day I was moving into a new apartment, or so because I was only moving 2 floors up and my old roommate was staying in that apartment, I was like, I'll get it when I get it. So anyway, that was the day of the practice. My last practice before we moved, or before the show, so I go to practice and I get a phone call saying, hey, they're putting all your shit out on the street. And I was like, what? And I just had like the best practice of my life. Like my band's impressed with me and I'm feeling good.
Oh,
And so I'm like, I gotta go, guys. They're
let's
putting my
kill.
shit. And so I get home, all my shit's up there. I'm like, I guess I'm moving today. Which I had already moved most of the stuff. I just kept a few, and I told them, I was like, hey, I'm gonna get this like today or later today or tomorrow. And they were like, no, you need to get it out of here now. And they're my friends, and it's not like I'm moving 2 floors up in the same exact building.
Weird.
Same exact side of the building.
Why did they just take it upstairs to your door and leave it?
Yeah.
Taking it to the curb was much more effort.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it was about to
makes no
rain.
sense.
Friends.
The only reason I like shot home was because it was about to rain. So
Yeah, friends. It
Yeah.
shouldn't have even been
Yeah.
outside.
Did you hit them?
no,
I would have punched them in their
I was
dicks.
much smaller back then.
Still should have hit them.
I was about 80 pounds.
I
lighter.
saw a picture of Tiny
them.
Dick. That sounds bad.
You too? No.
So anyway,
Go on.
It was a picture of him when he was like 17 and he's just like really small and in like a yellow tank top. You posted that.
No, I wasn't 17. I was, I think, 20 at that time.
You look like you were 17.
Yeah, I did.
Close enough.
I pretty much look like this
The
when I was
other picture I posted in that
17.
with me with the
You
Ibanez
aged well.
guitar, where I look like I'm playing it, but the pick's like in the strings on the headstock.
Yeah.
I was just posing. I was literally posing for the camera. I set my camera on a timer, and I
Oh my
posed,
God, you
and I
would.
did it. And oh man,
Bless.
so hopefully I can tell the story while I'm looking for this because I want to pop this up on the live feed.
Uh,
It's bad. It's cringy.
Linder, you age well for being 746 years old.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
am a dragon.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Damn
I'm
dragon.
blown away.
So here it is.
Oh, you're gonna. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Pop it over here.
I can't see it.
He's done this a time or
Yeah,
10.
right here. Look at that. So we have the pick right here. I'm wearing a Disturbed tank top that was way
Bless
too
your
large
little
for
heart.
me.
Those arms.
Look at that Anaconda's poster. That they were handing those out at the theater.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And
I got one of those.
It's
'cause
like
I went and saw it
textured.
at the theater.
It's like snakeskin
The
textured.
movie? Oh my god.
It's cool. I never saw the movie, but no, they were just handing them out at the
Excellent.
theater we were
Oh my
at.
god. You
Um,
would.
And this poster right here is actually from France. It says "mix shit." Good times. Anyway, so
How many pictures did you take until you got the right one?
Oh,
I
damn,
could
that's a
not
pro
tell you that.
question.
I think I posted like 4 or 5 pictures from that night.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so we're throwing this birthday party for Cody's girlfriend Abby, and part of the party was Catacresis was gonna play for them,
Yeah.
her and her friends. And let me tell you, so we go downstairs, and this was still, I think this was our second show.
This is like cringeworthy.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's like making me uncomfortable.
Because
and
this
embarrassed
is our second
already.
show, so I hadn't memorized lyrics yet. I'm still holding the lyrics. in front of me.
Amen for
Yeah,
you,
I
brother.
was great, right? So we're playing the show, and none of these. I was looking around at the party. I'm like, none of these people listen to metal. So I was like, this is gonna be fun. So we go downstairs, and we're literally playing a metal show to these people that probably listen to nothing but shit. And so, but Abby was into it. She was the only person into it.
She was like-
it's about her, so whatever. Fuck her friends.
Fuck the fans.
She got the show that she wanted. Which
Yeah,
we
fuck the
played.
fans.
That's what
One of the songs we
Murder
did.
Face.
Only time we ever did it was "Eaten" by Bloodbath.
Oh god,
Love that fucking song.
it's a good song.
Fucking love that song. And we played it for her. Like that was the song she wanted to hear,
Bitchin'.
which is perfect for me because I love that song. I
About
want
being,
to cover
it's
it
about
more.
being eaten alive.
Yes. It's about that song is about a cannibal in I think Germany or somewhere, and a guy actually wrote in a newspaper saying, I want this famous cannibal to eat me alive. And that song is about being like wanting to be eaten alive. I think the lyrics are carve me up, slice me apart, lick my guts and I was about to say lick my guts and suck my fart. That's not the words.
That sounds like it should be the words though.
What?
Suck my guts and lick my heart.
Fart heart. Oh my god.
I know. I was like,
Fart heart.
chop
my
me up. I like to
God.
be hurt. Drink my marrow and blood for dessert.
Ooh.
It's a good fucking song.
Ew.
It's a brutal fucking song. I love it.
You almost didn't
shit.
sell me in the first part of that
Should
when
I be
you made
worried
the fail.
right now?
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, we got Corbin Whitlock in the chat. What's up? We got Keegan. He's watching.
Ooh.
Uh,
What up?
But yeah, the show did not go over very well for her friends.
Oh,
Like they were
probably
just all
hated it.
standing there like, what is going on? I'm just like, and that was before I could really scream, so I was just yelling. I was just yelling very poorly.
The only birthday party that Chips played was mine and Zibby's birthday.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
And
good
I
time.
was fucking blackout drunk before we started playing.
Oh no.
That was a
Because
fun
people
day.
kept feeding me drinks and like, oh, we're playing last. We'll be all right. And someone's like, oh, Dave, you're playing now. I'm like, whoa, we're what?
What?
So
Okay.
peel behind the veil a little bit. I've never been drunk before a show or like got drunk to play live
I thought you were
music.
gonna say you've never been drunk, and I was like, I believe there is a biscuit story.
That is not true. I've been drunk a lot.
I've
I'm
heard
just
that
saying
one.
on stage, I've never, like, I typically don't even fuck with alcohol day of show. It's just a different, I have to be in a different headspace. So I need to
Right.
know when you say that, blackout drunk, how did you even play your instrument or how did that go? Like, I
don't have an
just,
instrument, so I just yell.
okay. So how?
He yells. He takes his shirt off. He yells some more. He yells at people.
So you just didn't know the
Throws things at
words, or
people.
you?
Oh, I did pretty well, I thought.
Okay.
I asked Mike, who was the most sober of the entire
I
house.
always think when you're
I'm
drunk.
like,
Right.
the next day I'm like, was that alright? Mike's like,
Invincible.
yeah, you were fine. What's up? I'm like, oh, I was fucking wasted.
Well, that's impressive.
Well, there you go.
I wrote half the words, so if I forget them,
Sarah, do you have a fun I quit, I got fuck you fired story?
or an awkward band story.
I don't know. I have some stories. I don't know if I want to talk about them.
That's up to you.
But,
That's up to you.
Uh,
We're in a safe, not safe place. You know.
We're in a what now?
What?
What? Yeah, you fumbled over your
You
words.
can talk.
To-
You know,
today.
you can talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I don't know if there's any that are really that fun. I mean, I have a terrible story about being fired that I'm not going to share. I have I quit GameStop. I didn't do it in any sort of dramatic fashion. It was just for teaching because I was working a lot of different jobs. It's really boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
that's
chime
probably
in
for
on
the best.
Yeah, it's probably for the best that I don't talk on this subject, actually. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Miranda, you got anything?
Nothing fun.
I mean,
no.
there was the nursing home, the Rose Walk.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a PRN job at Rose Walk, a nursing home here as an aide. And I go in, I think it was 2 a.m. Is that what?
Yeah,
time I
it was
went
a
in
2 a.m. shift.
to train. My first day, I find out like 3 or 4 people called in. One of them was the person training me, and I'm just standing around like, what am I supposed to do? And the nurse was like screaming at me like, these people need, you need to be doing something. I'm like, this is my first day here. I don't know. So I ended up just leaving. I just walked out. And then they wanted me to come back after I already walked out. A few days later, they're like, come out. I'm like, no, I didn't go back, did I?
No, you went back.
Did
you
I?
went back one more time.
One more time.
And then you did the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
That place is ridiculous. But I think like 3 months later, I get a text from this random guy and was like, hey, this is so-and-so. Would you want to cover my shift tonight? I'll pay you an extra $20. And I'm like, I don't even work there. Why do you guys still have my number? Like, I've never worked there. I've never, like,
Well, that just goes to show you like how much they pay attention.
Yeah.
And how so like,
How much they hate that place. Jeez.
that place is, it's horrible.
Like,
but like for them to like. For her to still be in the system despite walking out twice and not even saying a word to anybody, not saying fuck this, I quit, not
Like,
saying
they
bye, I'm
clearly
going
don't have
home.
their priorities.
Later.
Just leave, and they don't even notice.
Other than that, walking out, the only time I walked out from a job was at Frito-Lay. I worked there for a year. I went to go to break, and I was sitting in the locker room like, I'm just going to grab my stuff and leave. And I did. I left because I hated that place.
Wow.
But I didn't say fuck you to anybody. I just left.
Yeah.
Never look back.
They did call me, and I just ignored it.
Oh, so you just ghosted him?
Oh, yeah.
oh, Dick, there's a comment that says, walk among us, woo!
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
That was Alex Taylor. She said when we were giving everybody shit for giving only David love.
I just peeked over your shoulder. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers!
I love Walk Among Us.
I do too.
Oh.
They're so much fun.
I do
You
too.
guys are so much fun.
I wanted to play with them forever.
It's going to happen very soon. We
Yeah.
can confirm.
I can't believe you guys haven't played together yet.
One time we tried to.
And you know what? We finally played that venue that show was at that you guys played, and it's the jankiest,
It's not fun.
dumbest place to play.
I got real weird at that show because there was like 6 people there. I'm like, well, taking my pants off too, I guess.
I'm so sorry we missed it.
Yeah, that was.
And there's
the,
a dude there that I went to high school with that I haven't seen since high school. I'm just like in my underwear.
And you're just like, this is my life now.
Right.
Welcome to me.
I'm going places. Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's funny.
I don't even think that
we-
place
we
plays
will be
shows
playing
anymore.
a show together
I don't
soon.
think so. I haven't heard anything about
What
it.
place is it?
Taps
Oh God.
in Indy, yeah. We were supposed to play Taps, and that place closed indefinitely, and then we ended up playing Jokers, which is in the same place, just upstairs.
Yeah.
Paid $20 to fucking park and didn't get paid for the show. That's what's up.
Ugh.
That don't make no sense.
So Taps used
Man.
to be the Fifth Quarter Lounge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back when they had the Fifth Quarter Lounge, And you know, it was they were always like really good to the bands. They were really good to the people and all that. It's just getting there sucked. It was just like so off the beaten path to get there. And you know, like so I never
It's like
wanted
under
to go.
a gymnasium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just I just never wanted to go. And
We
then
played
whenever,
there once.
And then whenever I
before
would
they closed.
go, there'd be nobody there.
Yeah,
just the bands. That's it. That's
pretty
it.
much.
Because nobody wanted us to pay $20 for fucking parking.
Well, this was when it was the Fifth Quarter Lounge, so they weren't in Taps.
Oh.
That was a different building. It was like maybe 20, 30 minutes away.
Gotcha.
Still an Indy.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
My fault.
Yeah, you take like the Louisville exit and you go that way, and then you find your way to it. But
We played there once. It was like the second to last show before they
Yeah.
closed. It was like a punk fest.
Weed B played there a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I tried to get us on that show you guys played
That punk fest?
way back in the beginning of
Right.
our band. Yeah.
We played at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to like 4 people, and they were all in bands. So that was fun.
Yeah, we've had a lot of shows like that as well. But
The cool thing about that place, though, like despite only like nobody showing up, that from what I understand, they always took care of the bands regardless.
that's nice.
I think Tyler, I don't remember because Tyler stayed because Mike and I went to see some, I think it was Lurking Corpses was playing in town. So we left after we played the show and went to go see them.
Oh,
They're
that
so
you know
good.
what? That was our show.
I
that
thought
was
I was
our
thinking
show
that
at
was your show
LaFayette.
too.
Yeah, it was. Because Knights of the Round played too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
That was
Kevin
fun.
from Night of the Round.
So yeah, I've seen you guys a
Skipped
lot.
out before Nights of the Round.
Yeah, you're always singing when we perform, and I
Always.
always appreciate that.
I was super stoked that Mike got on stage with you guys.
Yeah,
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was fun. We've only ever had like one other person come up and sing with us, our buddy Craig down in Indy, and that was fun too.
Actually, we were playing Fort Wayne, and that one dude just jumped up on stage and
That's
did
right,
138
he
with us. It
did.
was
There's
fucking
we've got
crazy.
pictures of him on our Instagram.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Mike
show.
knows like every single Misfits song, so if you need help,
Us
just
too.
call Mike.
Us
Yeah,
too.
weird, huh?
So we got Nick Maxon in the house. Welcome to the fracas.
Daddy Max.
We want to play games with you.
Yeah, and touch you.
Where you at? You know what's weird? I hate Facebook Live because he probably was on 2.5 minutes ago
Yeah.
and never heard us
Never
talk
said,
about him. And then he's already gone before he's heard us.
Like, I'm just here so my name will pop up.
I just want to look cool. Sometimes I click on things on accident. I'm like, oh shit. Well, they know I'm here.
Get out, get out.
The issue with running so many Instagrams on my phone, because I run Journey into Comics, Foodies, Voice, Walk Among Us, my personal page, right? So sometimes I'll think I'll have a notification, it'll be like so-and-so, and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what they're saying, and I'll click on it, and it's some fucking, like, person from some other country or whatever, doesn't matter, and they're doing some live video, and now Walk Among Us has joined their chat and is watching them, and they're like, why are they watching me? You know, and I'm like, go, get the
No,
fuck
go
out
away.
now! Close the app, delete the fucking app, get it off my
Throw the phone away.
Throw the phone away, yeah.
Run away, run away.
You guys were talking about it. So Mike got on stage, and that was awesome. I wish more bands around here did like the guest thing.
It's
We
fun.
have a couple ideas. I don't know how far we want to dive into that, but we have some ideas that are pretty cool coming up that do involve more of that.
Sweet.
Is maybe as far as I
wish
can say.
more bands did that. I mean, involving like either fans or fellow bands, like members of fellow bands, you know, that you're friends with. It's so much fun for the crowd to see that. I mean, even you go to a big time concert and you see one of the other bands bring someone on stage, or say they're in the hometown of like another singer, and it's like, oh yeah, come on stage and do this song with us.
You get those crazy
'Cause they're
like
at the
once
show.
in a lifetime.
Yeah.
moments.
And that stuff's cool. That stuff's so cool.
The Sluts do a lot of guest vocals.
I love watching the sluts. I do.
They're
I like
something.
them more and more every time. I see
There's
them.
something.
They are
Something
something.
there.
I used to like.
I just like
I
it
love
because
those
they
guys.
give off good energy
Yeah.
to the crowd. That's
They
what
do.
I like.
They do.
They
They
put
get
on
the-
a show.
Yeah,
I used to
they
not
do.
be able to stand them at all, just simply because I'm like, man, what the fuck is this?
I did go to school with a lot of them. though.
That's how I felt
Oh,
we
did
played
you?
our
When I
the
was
first time we
in
played a show
elementary,
with
I grew up
them.
a lot of
Yeah.
them.
But it was
Oh, wow.
way. I mean, this is early in, I was probably our first year of playing shows fully, like our first full year, 2017, made our third show that year. We were playing something at Royal Skate, shout out Lansing, and a bunch of bands canceled, as every time fucking happened.
Ben Rose up there.
Yeah, and then Ben scrambled and got the sluts on the show, and like
I don't remember that show. I didn't go to it, but
that was an interesting night. That wasn't the weirdest night at the Royal Skate. I'm gonna tell the Baby Huey story, or do you want to tell it? I want to tell that fucking story. It's legendary. Do you want to hear it?
I do.
I'm down for
You guys
whatever.
want to hear it? You
I
want to
do.
hear it? So
I'm gonna hold this for a minute.
we played a Battle of the Bands at Royal Skate that same year. It was the third and final time we played Royal Skate. And Ben put on a Battle of the Bands, and we got there and he was already shit-faced wasted, just like having a good time. And we got like probably an hour or two into the show of other bands playing. We were getting ready to go on stage and he's like, guys, I forgot to charge anybody at the door. Fuck. So then he just decides to go into even more party mode and he just keeps drinking. So we get on stage and we're setting up. We're finally fully set up. We're getting ready to do our set. We play. We're 2 songs in. I look out into the crowd. He is down to his underwear, sitting Indian style, drinking a beer like Baby Huey in the middle of Royal Skate. I mean, is that a pretty accurate?
That's accurate.
I mean, that is, yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
And then he moshed a little bit in his skivvies. That was interesting.
Shout out Ben Rose.
I think wasn't that the day we won some sort of thing that we heard
we took second place at their award thing and
Battle
won
of
like
the Bands or whatever.
their
that
Battle
was
of the Bands.
supposed to be the Battle of the Bands.
And
yeah.
and we ended up
But-
getting like a $25 or $50 gift card to Guitar Center, which timing. The very next show we were supposed to play, Veronica's pedal on her keyboard stopped working, and we had to go
Yeah.
wow.
buy a brand new one. So we just used the gift card. We're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
Yeah, that was
There
perfect.
you go.
works out.
There
But
you
I just
go.
remember when we were receiving the award, he was super wasted, and they had already put up, the lights were all on, so it was just like, ugh, and we're just standing
Uncomfortable.
Just
there.
like-
It was
Yeah.
just us and our crew left. Everybody else had left, and Ben was there in the microphone yelling
And us.
just
Just
at
you
us.
guys.
Yeah.
About
And
all the
second
awards.
place
Yeah.
Shout out
is
Ben Rose.
Walk Among Us.
Yeah, it was so funny.
It was great. I don't remember who the first place band was because I didn't put any of the other band. Fuck them. We were in a Battle of the Bands
I think
tour.
it was
Damn
the
right.
rapper.
No,
Was
we
that a
did
different
do a
day?
show with the rapper. No,
Yeah, here
no,
in town,
no.
didn't you?
No,
We
it
did-
was at
Royal
Royal
Skate.
Skate.
Royal Skate.
Oh.
No,
We played several.
we didn't
times
play
there.
a show
I
with
get
the
them all
rapper at
mixed up.
Royal Skate. We went to that show with Belladonna that had the rapper at Royal Skate.
That's
TJ
right.
Hooks.
Oh, yeah.
We also found what was that fucking guy's name, Sarah? We need to make Dick look it up. It was amazing. Oh gosh, there's this rapper and he's so bad. He's so bad.
Like
And-
bad, like good.
Let me explain. So Sarah's scrolling Facebook.
Oh, I don't remember. what-
Comain. His name is Comain. Look up Comain. Komain.
Gotta bounce.
Right. So he listen, I understand the hustle and I understand trying to build your brand. That's what I fucking do. I'm not taking it away from the guy. But Sarah's scrolling on Facebook and gets a sponsored ad from some like
Can you spell that?
Komain. Maybe with an E, possibly.
Are you sure? Oh, right here.
I don't know. It should be a rapper. That's not it. No.
Those are dogs
I
in
wish that was
pajamas.
it, but that's not it at all.
Oh,
No, go back to the dogs in
Maybe
Maybe
pajamas.
it's yeah, there it is. That's the dude. Okay, so Sarah's scrolling and she's like, "Look at this shit," and it's an ad for some like review site.
no, it wasn't. It was for like local CD
Oh,
and
that's
vinyl
right.
manufacturing. That's what it was titled. Something very generic like that. But then it was this ad. It was a sponsored post, and it was this dude like looking off into the distance, and I thought, oh, I need to look at this. I need to see what this is about.
So what do we want to
But-
listen to?
It's funnier though. It's hard to tell this story. That's why I don't know why you're telling the story.
Oh.
It's hard to tell this story because what's funny about it is I would have to find the original ad because you click on it and all it is like almost all caps and run-on sentences. This dude writing about himself and how
I'm
great
trying to
he
find
is.
it right now.
Like, and that's what it is. But the website is titled like the generic CD and vinyl, some sort of like thing like
Yeah.
that. So it's like baiting people.
He's
Whoa.
got a lot of albums.
It was very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going
Or
to
no, he's
throw
got
down
two
with
albums. He
anybody
appears on
today.
like 8 albums.
But it was just the way that it was it was just the way that it was presented to me. That was pure gold at the time. But yeah, you had to be there.
Yeah, essentially, I'll paraphrase. It was like, you should listen to Comaine. Comaine is the best fucking rapper of all time.
Yeah.
If you don't have Comaine shit, you've done fucked up, because he is a legend in the game.
Yeah.
Coming up, you motherfuckers. Like,
Okay.
that was on
Damn.
the level.
So we
Yeah.
have
Listen to
these
it.
options of his popular listings. We have these options. Came a Long Way bonus track.
No.
Made in Indiana.
Yes.
The Way Back.
No.
No.
Guillotine Team.
I think the Indiana
Maybe.
one.
Feel Some Type of Way.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Go with Made in Indiana.
Okay,
For 1,000.
For this. Trebek?
Oh, time out. Pause it. There's a part of the story we totally fucking forgot.
Oh, this was my beef.
Oh, you got
Oh.
You got
Oh.
beef. The
I
beef.
can talk about this. I can. So you scroll through all this nonsense that Nate has so lovingly paraphrased. It was like
I did my
all
best.
caps nonsense. Whatever. Somebody, publicist himself. Who knows? We don't know who wrote about this person. But you get to the bottom and there's a video that's just entitled "While My Guitar Gently Weeps," and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna click on this one too." So I clicked on it against my better judgment.
YouTube that shit,
Okay,
bro.
no, don't.
No.
Just
No.
save yourself the trouble. I will give you the synopsis because he stands up in this. He's got all this. First of all, Beatles stuff all over. Okay, right now let's get this straight before I even tell the story. Everybody should know that "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" was written by George Harrison,
Not the
Yep.
Beatles.
not the Beatles. It's a George Harrison song, right?
However,
Who
you
was
said-
in the Beatles, but it doesn't matter.
You said "While My Guitar Gently Reaps."
Re-
I kind of
reaps,
want to make
reaps.
that song.
I can't
now.
speak because I'm
sounds brutal.
telling the story. Anyways, you can write that song. It's yours. It's yours.
She'll give it to you.
I have
Yeah.
permission.
Anyways, here's where it gets offensive. He goes to the record player and he picks up a copy of Sgt. Pepper, takes out a record and puts it on, and "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" in a remixed fashion starts to come out of the record player.
What?
Correct.
Out of
She was
Sgt. Pepper.
Superman.
Sgt. Pepper. And then the whole rest of the video, he's rapping about "Not That," while he's kind of like pointing at John Lennon, like on his shirt, and like they keep making all these Beatles references and like John Lennon and all this stuff.
That's
it-
someone aggressively trying to get the Beatles rub.
It was the strangest thing. I was like, why?
fuck?
Why are you doing this? Like,
Maybe that's his shtick.
I don't know. To be wrong?
Sucking.
To just be wrong?
No, to get attention that way. Maybe that's his way to be like. Maybe he's like parodying him.
I don't know.
That's
but
what I'm saying. That's
it's
the.
out there if you really are interested. You can
I
look
think.
this
I
up.
mean, the video is maybe gold.
It's-
Can we listen to his album?
I was Indiana born, Indiana raised.
Oh, shit.
Indiana boy, I was Indiana made. I've been around the map, I still got Indiana game. When I take my final breath, put Indiana on my grave.
He's trying to be Everlast, and you'll never be Everlast.
No, you'll never be able
No
to.
motherfucker can be Whitey Ford, but Whitey Ford. Like, let's
I've
be
been
real.
around the map, I still got Indiana game. When I take my final
Trying to rhyme
breath, put
Indiana with Indiana.
on
Just
my
say
grave.
gang.
I was Indiana born and I was Indiana raised. Involved in Indiana
Okay.
music since
That's where you're gonna
11th
judge it
grade.
harshly?
Ever since that day, been around the dopest in the game. You don't believe me? You can ask the homie hit about Comaine.
Hey, this is
Bitch, I
pretty fly.
represent the state.
Alright,
Living in the game
I'm
in
pretty
this
hip
place
to
I was
this.
born and bred at. And we ain't got too big,
I don't
but
mind
it ain't
Beatles
nobody
based in
can
the
tell them I
track,
said
but I
that.
just
Step back, then you're working in a death trap. Stop being city boy, get rid of me. Get the one of the name, the name. Think you better look it up and respect that. Took a couple years off and wrote it back to represent the state I hear. Put up on the map. I've been around the country trying to hustle with this rap, but Indiana raised a monster. That's a motherfucking fact. Let it carry, let it nap. That screw face tell you what it is. That MCG, I'm marching. Been around for years. It's time to celebrate the state. Don't hesitate to crack a beer while I make
You're in it
another
now.
classic with my motherfucking beer.
That was the hook. Listening for the hook is the hook.
Now you're trapped. You're in his Indiana maze.
Hey! I think this is pretty dope fly shit.
Is that your rating?
Yeah, dope fly shit.
7 out of 5?
No fly shit
Or 5 out of 7?
We're
perfect 5 out of 7.
Thank you.
Let's be done with that.
I don't
Hey.
want to make fun of this person's music. They're doing their thing. I
Sure,
just
sure.
was accosted by the wrongness,
Inaccuracies.
the inaccuracies of putting Sgt. Pepper on and then hearing while my guitar
Guitar.
that George Harrison song. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it.
George
because
Harrison.
Apparently, I can't speak today.
While my guitar gently weeps.
That one.
I got you.
Or gently reaps.
Reaps.
I like the
I like
Reaps
that
one.
one
That was
better.
cool as fuck.
Hey, now
kinda
that you,
sweet.
since you guys are supposedly writing original music now,
Ooh.
are you? No,
Well,
doesn't sound like it.
I
That sounded very disappointing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It's just. Go ahead. Answer how you answer.
well, it's slow
Yeah.
when you're.
Well, now you have a song title that you can work with.
I do. Well, I mean, I've been writing music like forever, off and on.
Yeah.
You know, it's just we have new things that are happening, and we just have to finish up what we were doing before. Doing these, he's got these Fiend Friday videos that we put energy into. We only have so much time to practice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now we're still polishing up. We're gonna call it this Misfits project that we've been doing, the Walk Among Us. Yeah. Which, we're not going to stop doing shows. I'm not saying that or anything. I'm just saying that we have other things on the horizon.
And I can't wait
Nice,
to hear
yeah.
about it. Can't wait to
Yeah,
hear
that
it.
sounds
Much
awesome.
I
things.
have we have a concept, a very strong concept that we're running with that is
Super pleased.
secret.
Yeah, it's super
And-
secret.
We're not telling
Real hush
anybody.
hush.
It is
It's a need to know basis.
It is.
Real hush hush.
And
Lips
yeah,
are sealed.
it's true, and not just on the podcast. We haven't told anybody.
No.
Anybody. The three of us are the only people that know our
Fact.
secrets about our
Keep it that way. And, you know,
original,
and then just
very
drop
mysterious.
it like a bomb.
Yeah, it'll be a hoot, Nanny.
It's
It'll be a hoot.
we're nerds and we like Easter eggs.
Hell yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is that an Easter egg itself? Does that mean you're going to drop it on Easter?
I like your
Or
thinking.
eggs. It's gonna be
I-
egg
I also-
related.
like
You know what's funny? I can say this. Some of the things that we're loosely talking about, we don't. I mean, we haven't officially got down to the skinny of it all, but there are some changes in our sound possibly coming as early as April with something that is
Easter. Gotcha.
no, not Easter, not Easter.
I knew it.
It's Easter.
Listen, there's a show that we're going to be playing that I can't really talk about, but it's going to require us to transform and be bigger than ourselves. And I'll tell you guys off air because it's easier that way. But well, the show's not announced yet. I don't want to take their stuff. That would be mean.
Nate's our hype man.
So, anyways, this show that's planned, it's going to be happening. We have to be Walk Among Us and then some. And then some.
Wouldn't it be funny if I just muted everything right now just so you can tell us?
Oh, that would be fucking hysterical.
And then, like, the live feed's just watching this, like, us just talking. I'm not going to do that.
That would be great. But yeah, no. Anyways, so it's just that we finally are going to be able to play a show that is. It's like a concept show that's been around for a while, and our opportunity to finally play it is also our opportunity to expand and make people really see what we got.
Sweet.
And that's as far as I'll say. I think that was well said.
You did
Little,
it.
yellow,
Good job.
different.
So concept. So,
It wasn't an Easter egg.
so
It's not Easter. I know that.
Concept show. Your concept is like, okay, we're gonna play some Misfits covers.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
kidding.
Sure.
But the
That's
Michael
right.
Graves
I mean, that's
mix.
part
Oh,
of
shit.
it.
That's
Oh.
We already
a
do
great
that, okay.
idea.
Please don't.
No way.
Yeah.
You get us lynched in these parts.
Well, we've got a lot of shows coming up all of a sudden. But I'm
You
looking
guys
forward
haven't
to
been playing too many shows lately.
Well, we took when was our
January
last-
off
we
because it's
took January
fucking
off.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been really busy. I work 2 jobs and I'm in a band and do this podcast stuff. So I'm a mom, so I'm very, very busy.
Stretched
And
thin.
yeah,
you know.
Sarah's got a lot going on with her work with the symphony and making arrangements, and we're trying to do this original music stuff. Like, we've really, really busy people, and we work very, very hard. And it just seems like every time I start to get like a little bit under control with the chaos, something will happen. Like
Well,
now
yeah,
I'm
that's
walking
life.
around with like a possibly broken clavicle.
That's
And-
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if it's not one thing, it's the next. So we're doing our best. We're doing everything that we can, and we're on our timeline. And we've got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm really excited about it.
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah, it's easy to write an album when you're like fresh out of high school and you're all like, let's go in my mom's basement, you know, like think somebody can sneak in some beer later, and then like you can sit
Write
there for
this,
5
yeah.
or 6
Jam.
hours, you know, let's jam off each other. We can't do that. Also, like I got a composer's tick, so I compose. I sit and think about it, is what I'm saying. It's
It
hard.
doesn't always require you to be in front of the instrument to be creating it.
Right. Most of my ideas for anything, whether I'm painting or making music or any of it, it happens like all in my head. Usually like while I'm falling asleep, and then like right when you wake up, and there's like those golden moments when you're like, I'm awake, but you haven't started to think about all the crap you have to do that day.
Yeah.
You know, that's usually where I get like most of the musical or artistic ideas clarified, and then I just do it. It just kind of that. But like that's I've been stunted for a few months musically.
To clarify though,
yeah.
we played some shows in December. We just took January off.
Yeah.
February 10th, which is a Sunday, we're playing the Melody Inn. We're going back to the Mel for a Sunday soiree, not like typical Saturday night punk rock night. We're doing it different. But it's because our buddy Cy from Delta Queen, they're finally returning. They haven't played a show in over a year.
Ooh.
They were supposed to play with us in Chicago, and the night of the show, his bandmates quit on him.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So how shitty.
I've seen them.
Yeah,
We
Delta
played with
Queen.
them once.
Really? Delta Queen's
At
bomb.
that fifth quarter show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, totally.
Cy's great. I love Delta Queen.
The first time we played Indianapolis,
They're
he's
great.
like, "Hey man, I live here. I know you guys don't know anybody. We're gonna cook you guys a bunch of fucking food. Come to our house and chill. Just wait. We'll take you guys to the show so you know where the venue is. Show you how to do everything."
Yeah, he was super nice.
Cool.
Damn, that's awesome.
Into
It's
it.
like the day we met him, we were already old friends.
Yeah, we just were like banking that he wasn't going to be a serial killer.
And he wasn't.
We
so
didn't know.
so far it's been great.
Yeah, we're in a horror punk band. Anything can happen.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
Ladies in a horror punk band. Ugh.
But we have, let's see, we can officially talk about one of our April shows. We have 2 shows right now in April. We've got a show in March that we can't officially announce yet.
Yeah.
Close. We got a show in May that I have to talk to you about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. Sup?
You want to talk about road tripping, bud?
My life is drastically different now that I'm a married man.
That
I
is
don't
true.
know. This might be right up your alley.
Totally. Because it might be like last April, is all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what's happening.
I'm
Treehouse.
completely lost.
No,
Me as well.
but
Close.
same place, or same town, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can
totally.
make this happen.
Yeah, yeah. I still don't know the date, actually. I need to...
Y'all can live in luxury
May
again
show?
for a night.
Yeah. It's like the 10th or the 11th.
We'll have to double check.
We'll get you back. But we just have a lot of shit in the pipe that's coming out, and we're getting ready to be making a lot of announcements, I think.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. I'm excited because
Me too.
I love you guys.
Aww.
We
I,
love you.
I haven't talked to band number 1 yet, but we should start practicing probably next week.
Probably. I talked to Mike about band number 1.
You,
I was like, "You guys gonna practice?" He's like, "I don't know, maybe."
I would like to really kind of polish up some of those songs.
Are you guys going to try to do the cover you didn't do?
I really want to, and
What?
I can't believe we didn't.
You got to make them do it, dude.
No, like literally, I thought we were gonna do it literally the night before our final practice, before Random Band Challenge, and they're like, we started doing it. We got about halfway through, and they fucked up or something, and they're like, let's just not do that tomorrow. I'm like, who cares? Just do it. Have fun.
Play the tune.
I thought you guys were great.
I
You guys were my favorite band.
I had one
on
of the times
Random
of my
Band.
life, best times of my life, because like
Yeah, I'm so bummed we missed it.
that was
We-
my
it
was a
first
fun
show in
show.
7 years.
Well, your second show in not 7 years, a couple months now, is
Yeah.
coming, and it's gonna be a banger. Like that's I'm
Yeah.
really when we finally get to announce that one, people are gonna know that it's something special. I think.
I'm putting a lot of mental energy into that,
Same.
and I don't know. You can tell. Like
Your wheels have not stopped.
They haven't,
ticking.
because I want this to happen. I mean, it started at LaFiCon before Christmas,
Yes, it did.
which was the day after Random Band, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It
I was there.
was the day of Dread. We
Yep.
did the Dread
Dread.
thing there. We
So-
Which we
Yeah,
should play
like my
sometime.
wheels started turning then because I
So-
want to make something happen. I'm ready. Like I'm so hyped to just get us some exposure. That's a lot of it right there is just exposure for the network.
visibility. I feel like the
funds are cool, but
I have a cool idea I want to tell you about off air that we're gonna do at this event. That's brilliant.
Sweet.
But to talk about like exposure, visibility, and that, I think it's funny because like the Journey into Comics Network has kind of become a subcurrent in Lafayette. And not a lot of people know that it's a subcurrent of Lafayette because, like,
this guy
more
over Taco
people
Bell knows about it.
But more people know about Podcastrophe or Brews with Dudes or Dungeons with Dudes or, you know, even Game Addicts podcast more than even recognizing that any of that came from this. So it's going to be cool to, like, be like, oh, we're putting it together now. I get the whole bigger picture. This is what they're trying to be.
Right.
It's really funny. I mention Journey into Comics more than I mention Podcastrophe sometimes.
Okay.
So, like over here at Taco Bell, there's this guy... this little black kid with a lisp.
Awesome.
He's he sees a shirt or something I'm wearing or something. He sees something on me and he's
maybe
like,
your Zoom hat.
Maybe, I don't know. It was a while ago, but
Sure.
he mentioned it and he's like, he starts questioning me on comics shit, and I'm like, dude, I'm not the person to ask, but I do help out with the comic books podcast every now and then. Like, what's your podcast? I'm like, well, that podcast is Journey into Comics. And then the other day I was in there. He's like, do I know you? I'm like, yeah. He goes, are you the guy with the podcast? Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's a good podcast.
Sweet. Nice. That's awesome.
Thanks, random guy. I like that.
Well, the one time, I started doing this thing because one time there was this girl in there. She relatively new, probably goes to Jeff High School over here. And I told her, I was like, she asked me my name, and I said Blaine. And so then the next time I came in, for whatever reason, I was just like, my name's Dick. And she looked at me so confused. Like, because I think she recognized me from the last time.
Yeah.
Because this was probably within days of each other, because I'm a Taco Bell fiend right now. Or have been for a couple months
Like
now.
right now?
Now that I have it so close to me. And so she's just looking at me confused and just typed it in. And then, so I decided I was just going to start every time she's my cashier.
Change your name.
Change my name.
Change the names up.
Something completely different. But no, one time this kid that I was talking about, he asked my name and I said, it's Dick. Or no, somebody else took my order. I said Dick. And when it came to like say, hey, like your order's here, he goes, he like looked out into the lobby and he's like, Dick. And I'm like, sup? I was like, are you afraid? He's like, are you embarrassed to say my name?
Are you afraid of the dick?
He goes, no. I was like, because, I mean, I remember one time the Taco Bell on 26, I said my name was Dick, and when they came to say, hey, your order's here, they're like, Dick! I was like, that was amazing! Because he didn't do that for anybody else.
Damn.
It was, Dick! I have a recommendation for foodies. A movie recommendation.
Ooh, intriguing.
Miranda and I watched this, I think, about 2 weeks ago. It's a Nick Offerman movie. So you guys remember, I posted a status saying, Nick, period, Offerman, period, drinking, period, hams.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Because he's in this movie and he's drinking a hams, and that's just amazing to me. So this movie, my friend Austin Welch actually worked on.
Oh, sweet.
He was a production intern.
Sweet.
So I texted him. I was like, hey, is this movie the movie you were working on? He goes, yep. And then, so I posted that status, and he goes, so since I was there, he was technically drinking a hams with me. I was like, I would die happy.
What movie is it?
This movie is called Hearts Beat Loud.
Never heard of it.
It's an indie movie. Just a really good movie.
Answer me now, is it sad?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not a sad movie whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Good.
I'm in.
No, it's all about
Sad
music.
movies are bad.
It's all about music.
There's too much of that.
Oh,
The
music.
guy, Nick Offerman's character owns a
Hey,
record
what's up,
store.
buddy?
Okay.
And he's trying to. His daughter's leaving for medical school, and he's trying to get her to write music with him because they always have these jam sessions.
Okay.
And he's just out of nowhere, like he wants to. They write this song and he puts it on Spotify, and like he's trying to like he's getting like all these offers, and he's trying to get her to get into it. She's like, I'm leaving in a week, bro.
Oh,
But no,
damn.
it's a good movie. It's an excellent movie.
Mm.
It's a fun. It actually really kind of it got my musical brain like going
Juices
for like
flowing.
for like indie stuff. Like it's weird,
Cool.
but for me, but it made me want to write music.
Sweet.
But I know I'm not going to.
Why not?
Fair enough.
I just don't have that ability musically. I can do vocals over stuff that other people have done, but
Same.
same.
I think they need to watch the movie Frank.
Oh,
Frank.
that's the
Oh.
movie.
Yeah.
If you want
Have you
an
seen Frank,
indie movie,
Dave?
I've not seen Frank. I've heard great things about
You
it.
need to see
Oh.
Frank.
What
I've heard it's really good.
So-
Frank
really
is
good.
wonderful.
Just pull up the trailer.
Yeah,
I've heard
you
it's
know,
really good. I know about
There's no
it.
way to describe it.
If I try to describe this to you, it's
Yeah.
just gonna be a train wreck. It's easier to just.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's a real good one.
Fly.
And I didn't know who was playing the main character until I was, until they took.
You were so pleased.
Until I saw who it was, and I was like,
Yep, top one.
Yeah, I kept it from you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Fly, Gingerbird.
What do you need from me?
I say tell everyone everything. Why cover anything up,
Domhnall Gleeson.
right?
How to describe Frank?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there's the head, of course.
He never takes it off. You think it's weird? Would it help if I said my facial expressions out loud? Welcoming smile.
Delighted look. Well, what goes on inside the head, inside that head,
I find this inspiring.
is music. Frank, people should know about you. You should be famous.
Flattered grin, followed by a bashful half smile.
Stop saying your facial expressions out loud. It's extremely
Oh, gross, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
She's so
important gig.
Fucking
South by
hate her,
Southwest.
You'll hate her in this too.
Hate her face.
You'll hate her
We
in
could
this
be
too.
big.
What game are you playing? Filling Frank's head with these ideas?
Can't hear you over the sound of the bubbles.
Someone needs to punch you in the face.
Here we go.
It's gonna be huge! You gotta come see us tomorrow night. I promise it'll be battle
Frank's not
With all his issues, 100% sanest cat I've ever met.
Okay. The head. Take it off.
I have a certificate.
I had no idea it was Michael Fassbender when I watched it. I was so pleased.
Here it is, my most likable song ever. Coca-Cola, lipstick ring, go dance all night, kiss me, just kiss me, Nefertiti.
I hear it now.
This is your most likable song ever.
Yeah.
People will love it.
I've heard good things about it. I'll have to
I
check
did.
it
We're
out.
about to hear some more
Let
good
me
things.
pull
It
up-
was a great movie.
Really.
Yeah.
Hearts beat loud.
Frank. Everybody go watch Frank.
Wow, first I type in hearts, and it's literally the first thing.
Trailer catastrophe.
Yeah.
How's it going, kiddo? It's jam sesh
It's
time.
full beard dig off.
Come on. When jam sesh time arrives, we have to put aside childish things like homework and med school.
Please don't touch my head.
It's jam sesh time. I have to close the shop.
I'm sorry, Frank. I held off on raising the rent as long as I could.
I mean, it's time. My girl starts UCLA in the fall. You can't make your heart feel like what?
Just a bunch of words.
I want it that way. They want what? What way?
I'm sorry, are you bringing up the Backstreet Boys?
It's actually a pretty good song.
We don't always get to do what we love, though we need to love what we do.
I never realized that was your secret.
Yep.
I think so.
You've been trying to start a band with me since I was like 12. We're not a band.
We're not a band. I like it.
I don't want to be in a band. And even if I did, I'm not going to be in one with my dad. Usual Free?
What is this?
New indie mix on Spotify.
This is my band. You guys, this is my band. This is my band!
Okay, so what do we do now?
I mean, we could write another song.
This is so good. You wrote this. Yeah.
with my dad.
Sam talks to me now like she's the adult.
It's just her way of making it easier for you when they leave.
Maybe you could take a year off and we'll see what happens.
Are you suggesting that I don't go to college so that I can stay and be in a band with you?
You have the same thing that your mother had. And if she were here right now...
No, you don't get to do that! I've been here my whole life. I want something different. It's time to get away. Let's just do our thing.
What thing? We've never done this before.
Just do what we always do. Just in front of some people. Hey, that's what bands do, right?
So the vocals.
Yeah.
I just needed to say it.
Huh. It's kind of cool.
That looks sweet.
It looked heartwarming and lovely and
Uh-oh.
yada yada
It
yada.
was. I don't. I just accidentally.
I would
clicked
see
that.
it. I like Nick Offerman.
I love Nick Offerman.
We will watch it because we gave Horse Force a chance.
Oh.
Horse Force? What the fuck is that?
He apparently has not listened to last week's food.
I have not. I have not.
Well,
Listen and save yourself.
Sometimes that's that Foodies is one of those shows where I have to look at the description and see what you guys are talking about and be like, okay, am I going to listen to this show or am I going to listen to another show? Listen.
Well, this
Listen
particular
up.
one,
Listen.
it was AP's pick, or well, suggestion from Andrew Poor, and he said we should check out Sorry to Bother You. So we did. And then we talked about it on Foodies Watching Movies, season 3, episode
9.
9.
10's next week.
Plug.
Yeah.
Gotta do what I
Hell yeah.
gotta do.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. Are we gonna get to games? Are we gonna game it?
I don't know if we're going to game today. Are we going to game?
I would like to game. I don't have any
I don't know if
plans.
I have
I'd like to
time. I
game.
have half
It's
hour.
5 o'clock.
We should see if Nick can game.
That's
Maybe we can
some
go
shit
there
to
and
do.
game.
I bet he'd be down.
That'd be
That
dope.
could be a thing. Do you want to hit him up while we're doing this?
I will hit him up.
Cool.
If you guys want to finish Decapitation, you can kill me off right away.
Why don't you just take my place and I'll play your character and I'll play him different?
Dude, yeah.
That's hysterical because my character's
All right,
technically
do what
dead.
you gotta do.
Fuck
Right?
it, I don't care. Let's do it.
Right?
As long as it
Devin
still
got
has-
his leg ripped clean out.
Clean off.
As long as you do it with a Wisconsin accent.
It is do me drink big old
I don't know.
It's
Drunk
gonna
pickles.
be one of those. I think I might need to bounce.
Pickles, nickels, because nickels are money too, guys.
Pickles, nickels, because nickels, pickles are money too. Man, that's not my best.
It's not bad though.
No, my best is murder face.
Yes.
I do a mean murder face.
I used to be able to do a pretty good.
Just one of those goddamn things where you're just trying to go down the street, you know, and you're just gonna smoke that joint. You know, you get punching a dick out.
Voice acting is so fun. Like, and especially in terms of like you just did a character.
Yeah.
Like that already exists.
Yeah.
But you did it completely originally.
Yeah.
So you in turn have to step into the mindset of that character.
Oh yeah.
In order to do it, I have a hard time doing that. I can do voices.
Were you not a theater kid?
No.
Yeah, you just, you know, it's Nathan Explosions is an easier one for me to do because it's just,
it's really
just
fucking
real
brutal.
deep and guttural, and you got to kind of get a little bit, you know, you don't really give a fuck when you're talking like Nathan Explosion, and you know, we are Bleach.
Oh, you drink the bleach.
Therefore, we are Bleach.
That's Hamburger Time is one of my favorite episodes
it's so
of Metalocalypse
funny.
ever.
One of my favorite Nathan Explosion moments was this part where they're like out playing golf or something, and Off Denson, their like lawyer manager guy, he's like trying to talk to them, and like you're just a freaking robot, man. And like Nathan Explosion's just like, yeah, you're just freaking. You're
He's
such
a robot.
You're just a robot, man.
Little robot.
Little robot. And, like they offend him, and they're like, dude, we're so sorry we called you a robot, man.
We didn't mean that.
I can't do his voice unless I do it
I
really
love that
low and
show.
soft.
I know, it's so funny.
My favorite episode is when they join their own cover band.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Tribute
I
clock?
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
What
start
do we
eating-
do with this?
Get back to our
What do we do with this? I don't know. I've never been paid in beer before. They just give us free beer all we want.
I need one beer, please. I have one beer ticket.
guys, a beer.
They're on the fucking ice rink and it's like a spaghetti thing.
Oh yeah.
They get all the. I love it. They're like, Guys, what's that sound? I don't know. Maybe we're hungry.
You can't beat the first episode though when they go grocery shopping.
Oh yeah.
At Fintrolls?
Because their fucking chef got fucking annihilated by the helicopter.
Cook something.
Yeah, everybody dies in Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
Except them.
I love Metalocalypse.
Didn't Deathclock get inducted in the Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Really? I didn't know that.
What is this?
How's
place?
that even possible?
I believe this place is called Food's Library. It's called a grocery store, you douchebags!
Sorry about the douchebags.
Wow.
It was
It looks totally
2 cups rice. Just pouring into the cart.
It took his looks. You got the latest tampons in your carts.
It's because you're a latest.
It's because you. No, you ladies! I am not!
I'm not!
He gets so angry.
Play me the harmonic scale in C. Wrong!
Oh, I could quote that fucking show all day, and it pissed me off so much that Adult Swim canceled it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and then Brendan Small, is it Brandon or Brendan?
Brendan.
Brendan Small, like, did this whole, like, they hyped it up. He got, like, did he do a fundraiser, or did he just do, like, a teaser thing? Because he did something, and it was like, hey, look, Adult Swim, all these fucking fans want to do it, and Adult Swim's like, nah. Oh, by the way, you also can't do this anywhere else.
That was
It's just
dumb.
done.
Also, I will say, I think he'll get the rights back eventually. Galacticon?
Yeah.
Galacticon,
Galacticon is the only thing he has the rights to.
I
right now.
loved that album. That first Galacticon album is still one of my favorites. Brendan Small's Home Movies. You know he did that too?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. Wasn't H. John Benjamin in that too?
Yeah,
yes.
He's the coach.
Dude, I love H. John Benjamin.
Mr. Archer / Bob.
Well, yeah, he was also in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes.
And H. John Benjamin has a van.
Down by the river?
I love that guy's fucking voice.
Pretty much.
Someone asked me, it was Joe Grimes, at work the other day, for whatever reason. He was like, if you could have anybody's voice, who would it be? I think I settled on Patrick Warburton.
Interesting.
I love Patrick Warburton's voice, especially when he's Kronk.
Mm-hmm.
But I completely
I
forgot
love his
about
voice.
H. John Benjamin, and I was like, I would go with him. I would go with H. John Benjamin.
Both good choices.
Yeah. He went with God, I'm drawing a blank. He currently plays in The Ranch. He's the narrator of Big Lebowski.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, yes.
Isn't he nominated for an Oscar this year?
Yes, first time.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
said,
awesome.
and you know what his response was? About
About
fucking time.
Did you ever see him on Parks and Recreation?
No, I never watched that show.
Show's amazing.
You need to watch it. That's one of those shows.
You know what show was amazing that everybody didn't
Brad
talk
Pitt.
about in that same era? Fucking Community.
Yeah, it's weird.
And Community, in my opinion, is a better show.
Community was a great show.
I've seen
Man.
clips from that, and that looks good. I haven't watched it.
I've not watched it
It's
either.
Donald Glover, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Community's hilarious.
Troy and Abed in the
Really funny.
mornings.
I love Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is hilarious on Community.
Watch Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
It's
Shit.
it's
You know what I
office
just
style.
You know what I just started watching out of
Easy
nowhere?
there.
Rick and Morty.
I tried watching that.
I
I
love
got.
Rick and
I
Morty.
had tried watching it. I'd seen a few episodes here and there. I was like, yeah, it's funny. I wasn't
I
really in
got-
the mood for it. But I binge watched the fuck out of it the other day, and I was just like, it was so funny.
It's great.
I
I
got a
was
season and a
rolling.
half in, and I'm just like, I can't.
No, it
this.
totally
Everyone watch
sucked
Letter
me in.
Kenny. I'm
It
gonna
was
say it
so
again.
funny.
Letter Kenny.
Second time.
Where's that
Letter
at?
Kenny. Hulu.
Hulu. We have Hulu.
We got Hulu.
You
We did
Hulu'd
that.
it up?
We did that 99 cents a month deal. for Black
Hulu.
Friday.
The basic package for Hulu is going down to $5.99 a month.
That's
To
exciting
counter-
because Netflix is going
To counter Netflix, they decided to go down, but the premium package is still $11.99. But no commercials, motherfuckers.
Damn right.
And I like living a life with less commercials.
I feel like on right, you and your
Yeah.
Direct TV app with
They-
all the fucking commercials.
They're pissed at
All
me
the
because
politics.
I recently have been watching a lot of
Oh my
CNN with all the
God.
shit that's
All
been happening in
day,
our world.
every
I'm
day.
trying to
Trash
stay
pollution
educated.
in my house.
No.
I don't want to talk about this
24/7.
again, but let's just say there's been a lot of the news on TV lately.
There's been a lot of news.
There's been a lot of news.
Yeah, I'm already
Along
tired
with a
of
lot
it.
of commercials for medications.
That's what I was getting to.
With side effects that are horrifying.
I can't stand the
Have you or a
commercials.
loved one been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
Oh my god.
Could be entitled to
Contact
compensation.
Peter Francis Geraci. Like, how many fucking times do I need to hear that, CNN?
Popular podcastrophe guest Cameron Langston can quote, like, word for word, the mesothelioma, like, class action lawsuit commercial.
By the way, can we just like
at a moment's notice?
We're talking about like basic shitty things you see on TV. How's nobody on the network, as far as I know, brought up that Judge Judy died?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I didn't know that.
Judge Judy died like 4 days ago, bro.
I haven't seen anything about that.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Rest in peace, Judge Judy.
Man.
I haven't been on Facebook much lately.
Brutal.
Pour one out.
My
All right, I'm
program
gonna
will
drink
be
it.
devastated.
As crazy as that is to say, I haven't been on Facebook much lately.
Yeah, it is crazy. Creative juices are flowing.
No, it's not even that. I just haven't had time. I'm doing the whole team leader thing. I can't do that. I can't be on Facebook while I'm team leading.
Ah.
Or I don't have signal at the desk, so that's why.
Counterproductive.
Yeah.
Get the desk. Can't fuck off at the
Well,
desk.
I also don't sit at the desk much because I don't. When I'm team leading, like, if I'm gonna be lazy, I'm at least gonna be standing over by Brandon and Mike.
You're like, I'm gonna be hands-on, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Hands-on lazy.
I'm gonna be hands-on lazy, which is me standing mostly.
It's a great episode title. Hands-on lazy.
Hands-on lazy.
Hands-on lazy.
Everyone put your hands on me.
I'll be standing by Mike and Brandon, listening to them talk and chiming in, and like it's funny because Brandon will mention something at lunch, and I'll be like. And I'll know where him and Mike are gonna. If they're gonna be working together, I was like, sweet. I can't wait to listen to the podcast.
Because you're just there.
I'm there. No, that's the way Brandon
It's like
talks.
it's live podcasting.
It is. That's
without
the way Brandon
mics.
talks. If you get him in a discussion of things, it's a live podcast, and that's how he.
That's kind of a cool way to have entertainment at work.
That's genuinely how he talks, and like he'll, especially if him and Mike are working together, or him and somebody else. It's just like, or someone else that can actually genuinely like hold a discussion with somebody, hold a conversation. But yeah, it's been good.
Damn.
I want to interject something real quick.
Interject away.
I was looking for this whole Judge Judy thing, and I keep finding things that says Judge Judy is not dead despite Internet's hoax saying
Really?
otherwise.
So it was
but that listen to me.
Oh.
That one was from 2 months ago.
Oh.
There's nothing on her Wikipedia saying that she's dead. There's no like news on just like Google about her. It's just this like internet rumor claims
I thought
she's
New York
dead.
Times.
I thought I saw that too.
Here's a plan of my emotions. Is she dead or not?
Yeah,
I need to know.
Is she dead or not? My grandma needs to know. You know.
Wikipedia. Oh wait, that's no. Is that okay? Google
'Cause I
says
looked at
she's
her
still alive.
Yeah, I looked at her Wikipedia and nothing's been updated to reflect the death.
Wow, she dodged a bullet apparently.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Internet,
TV
let us
series
know.
1996 on continued. There's no end date, so TV series is still going after 23 seasons.
Yeah, the only thing it says is Judge Judy is not dead. So somebody out there in
Judy-
internet land, let me know.
Judy Shineland.
No, even
Yeah.
her Wikipedia still is current that she's alive. Oh, you're on that too.
Yeah, I just went to age 76. Yeah, she's still going.
So you
Well,
were
good.
misinformed.
Misinformed. Sorry, guys.
Good. I'm
Hey,
excited she's not dead.
Big news, everybody. Tyler McLaughlin, Podcastrophe co-host, has finished his bathroom.
Hey.
I saw that.
Shout out Tyler McLaughlin, who is not here.
Damn. Someday I'll podcast again with Tyler.
I love him.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
feel like the stream has been on the Reaper shit. I never switched it back. Oh shit!
It's been on what?
It's been on the waveform. The fucking,
That's funny as
it's been
hell.
over here this whole
Way to
time.
go.
Just
people
showing
are
us
watching
getting
us like,
recorded.
what the fuck?
I mean, it's kind of cool to see this.
Yeah, it's real. It's what it really looks like.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
How about
Behind the
y'all see our
scenes.
faces again?
Hi.
Oh, there we go.
Here I am.
Here we are.
Do you want?
All right, so we got anything else we want to talk about real quick?
It's your show. I'm not.
Yeah.
We good?
You know.
We good?
It's not my show.
We gotta get going.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got shit to do tonight.
Yeah.
And I've got dinner to eat before
Yeah.
we.
I hope
do
we
the
rake
show.
up some
I need some dinner as
hardware
well.
tonight.
Are you guys gonna be at the show tonight?
We are going
Fuck
to
yeah.
awards night tonight. We
Very glad to
are
be hanging out with you guys.
nominated for a couple awards as a band, and I'm nominated for a couple awards as a flyer creator, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are.
The Random Band Challenge one and the Pizza Party Show both were.
I voted for the band one.
Well, I mean, I guess I
voted
only
for
did
pizza,
like.
'cause it's my
I
favorite one.
voted for pizza.
I only did like
That was my
some of
favorite.
the work on those flyers, but most of the work was the tech stuff, which I really love doing.
I'm excited to actually hang out with you guys and you guys not be playing.
Yeah, right. I don't have to set up my shit and like go out in the fucking freezing
Yeah.
balls ass cold. Like I don't give a shit tonight. I'm sitting inside.
Prepare for me to hug you guys a lot.
Sure.
Great.
Hug me.
Sounds great.
Sure.
I hope there's pizza involved.
Yes,
They have
we've got a
damn
killer
good
lineup
pizza.
tonight. It's like Coyote Man,
Uh huh.
Arcturus,
Uh huh. Bizarre Noir.
Bizarre Noir, and
Weed Bee.
Weed Bee. Weed
Yes.
Bee's playing tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And this night, the award show. I made that flyer too.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit. So that's been kind of
That's
fun.
sick.
I don't think Chips won anything.
Yeah,
We were nominated in a few things.
You were
but
nominated for a
I
few
don't think
things.
we won.
How do you not think you won?
I don't know.
You just
We're
don't
the
have
Chips.
the underdogs. I voted for
We're
you
born
guys.
to lose. Oh, thank
I
you.
voted for you guys and I voted for you guys.
I did too.
No.
So how do you think you're going to lose if you already got votes?
That's true. That's true.
More votes than you were expecting.
I mean,
not zero.
That's a win to me. I won in my heart.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
That's all that matters, David.
Funny, we still haven't got our award from last Doom Room Awards night when we won Best New Act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we still never got it. It's
True.
awesome.
I kind of want to win awards so I can go there and do a ridiculous like speech. I will do a speech.
I don't really know. Do they do it between sets? They like announce a couple
yeah,
at a time?
yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, this is the second one, so it could be different this year. Who
Sure.
knows? Nick changes things sometimes.
That's true.
Or forgets.
Or forgets. He just does. Nick just does. You know?
Sometimes you got
I'm gonna
to.
need
Nick
some
is.
coffee
Nick
before
is,
this,
and
potty.
Nick is the man.
Coffee and food.
Okay, is.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
You want to take over, Mr. Leader Host?
Yeah, let's
Leader
do it.
hosting?
Leader hosting? Oh, yeah.
We're gonna tag team this.
Yeah.
And I'll tag you in.
Okay.
All right.
Am I doing the plugs?
So every week, you can catch Podcastrophe live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook on Tuesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6-ish. It does sometime around there.
Eastern Standard Time.
But if you want the audio form, you can check us out on podcastrophe.pod or podcastrepod.podbean.com on Thursdays. If you're on our feed. However, there is another feed, and that is what is considered the main feed. And that has a ton of other shit. But before I get there, let me tell you, if you are on our feed, you get extra shit.
Hysterical.
Damn.
That you can fill your brains with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
So,
the tag in. You need
that
to
was
do
the
the
tag right
That
there.
was the tag.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And then also, you guys can check on the Journey into Comics Network at journeyintocomics.com or on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, or Spotify by searching Journey into Comics Network, or go to patreon.com/Journey into Comics. For $1, you can get early access and exclusive content. And that's all I've got, you motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He said.
Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This has been fun.
Hell yeah.
I like this chair. It's mine now.
Squaritage.
The Squaritage is None of us can talk today.
Squaritage.
Wow.
Maybe we're all suffering from mesothelioma.
We're entitled to compensation.
God damn it.
Maybe the M in E equals MC squared is for mesothelioma.
Squared.
Energy equals mesothelioma times velocity squared.
Squared.
This has been a podcast.
Oh my god. Walk Among Us. Thank you guys for joining.
Dude, check out our videos every
Yeah.
Friday on Facebook.com/Walk Among Us Band.
They're fantastic.
Casual
They
Feed
are.
Friday. These two.
You guys
Not
are so
me.
much fun. So much fun.
We try.
Veronica, Sarah, seriously. It's been too long.
Oh, yeah.
Nate,
Thanks for having us back.
Brother.
you've been on a few times.
Yeah, and I was on recently for a 4-hour extravaganza.
Yeah, you were.
That was...
I don't want to be on a 4-hour podcast.
They're hard.
They're tough.
They're
That
tough.
sounds hard.
But they
can go fast.
They go fast because you don't realize it. Like, it's just so good sometimes.
Hell yeah.
Wow. If that is all, that is all. Everybody, please.
Make every day a big dick day. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wait, the music's actually going to play.
Tech.
Woke up this morning.
Bye, guys. And by live stream.